This is a very interesting question. Fatima is saying, Armin, what are the similarities between Islam and Hinduism? They're both religions. They both believe in supernatural. They both are wrong. They're both. Oh, here's an interesting. Oh, maybe if you compare it to other like what do they have in? What is similar about Islam and Hinduism that maybe sets them apart a little bit from other religions? How about that? I just made your question, Fatima. I just made your question a little bit more interesting. I made it a lot more interesting, actually. I think one interesting similarity between Hinduism and Islam is that they are more present throughout one's life beyond religious places and religious activity, beyond specific time. Like, for example, many religions, right, have specific religious time. Like, oh, I am praying now. This is my religious time. Or I'm going to the church now. This is a religious place, okay? And again, Islam and Hinduism have that, right? There's mosques, there's religious places, there's specific times throughout the day that are dedicated to religious activity. But one thing that is interesting about Islam and Hinduism is like the fact that this whole religious influence is present beyond those places and those times of activity in one's day-to-day life, and you could just seeing it oozing out of the wall and out of the institutions, and its presence in books that is not about religion, and in institutions or that is not about religion. Like you could just see like it's basically ever present, and at all times. It could be like potentially, right? Like with Christianity, for example, I know this is not like it's very set. It could be. There are exceptions, obviously, for all of these, right? But largely, like when I think about Christianity, I think like you go to church and you pray, and then you go home and you do other things, right? And maybe like before eating you pray, and I don't know, before bed you pray. I don't know, like there's stuff like that, okay? But like there's not like, I don't know, like the Office of Agriculture for a country doesn't have like religious symbolism, Christian symbolism, or like, I don't know, maybe not, at least not anymore, right? But you don't go to like in India, there are non-religious buildings that are blessed, that are like have a bell. I don't know, they have certain things that makes them like make sure that there's some blessing upon the place that is not even religious, right? In Islam also we have that. Within your daily activity, maybe you could feel somebody who's religious, you feel their religious nature, or the spirituality. You could the signaling of spirituality, you could see them, they carry out with them at all places. I mean, you could see that in Muslim women and maybe Hindu women, especially on women, but also men, right? Like there are more ways to recognize Muslim women and Hindu women, and even Muslim men and Hindu men, than you could pick out who's a Christian, for example, right? Because you carry, once you come out of the mosque, you're still carrying your religion with you, and you're like signaling to the world that like, hey, I'm a Muslim. There are more examples of that, right? But I don't know, maybe like in Christianity, at least this is, by the way, I'm talking about modern times, okay? I know it was different. And like in Christianity, you get the sense that, okay, I was Christian now I'm like back to the real world, back to I'm stop now, right? So I don't know, this is very general. I know there's millions of exceptions, but right now I think like the identity of being a Muslim or being a Hindu carries with you as a person, and also is present location wise, is also over more of the activities in life and more places, there are more excuses and more opportunities for it to present itself, right?
Hey guys, if you're a fan of blasphemy and sexy Callie, like me, then you need to be sure to subscribe to our newsletter, link in the description below. Because if you subscribe, we will send you a free copy of our blasphemous art ebook. And let me tell you, it is the tastiest blasphemy that you can find anywhere available today. And we are so generous with our blasphemy that we continue to send you more blasphemy every week. So make sure to subscribe, link in the description below.